What's going on today, love? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your collective message of the day. Of course, make sure you leave me a comment letting me know how you feeling, how you doing today, all right? For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Shani, and this is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. Thank you for joining. I'm glad to have you here. I typically upload daily collective messages for us all throughout the week. When or as the opportunity presents itself, you will notice the collective messages for each zodiac sign, as well as what I like to call collective conversations. If you're interested in following me or supporting me on any other platform, make sure you check out the link tree in the description area. And if you're interested in booking a private session or a service via telephone or Zoom, make sure that you also check out the link tree in the description area, because all of that information is there. All right. So again, this is going to be the collective message that we need to hear on today. Make sure that as you're listening to the message that you're not trying to be like on the surface of what it says, right? Open your mind, open your heart to being able to receive the message so that you can take whatever it is that you actually need from it in this very moment and to apply it or, implement whatever it is that you need to do with it within your personal life, okay? All right, let's get into it though. Let's get into this message. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know our hearts and you know our situations. We ask that you give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message at hand with an open mind and an open heart. We ask that you clear anything standing in the way of our clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. I also ask that you give me the words to be able to articulate the message in the way that it will be able to be received. Again, with an open mind and an open heart. Ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amen. All right, you ready? I've been trying to cut them down, not to keep us here too long, but to still be able to be impactful and give us a real decent message, right? So let's see what we have today. Okay, we got something to start with. All right. Underneath it all, right, we got the Knight of Cups. He is in a settling position, though, right? So I want you to be mindful, like, what area, what aspect of your life do you really feel like you're settling in? And this energy can show up. This energy can show up like you know that you want more, right? In some area or aspect of your life, but for some reason you feel like you don't deserve more. You feel like you don't have access to more. You feel like you can't obtain more, or whatever that energy is, right? It's there and it's present, because underneath it all is like, there's the energy of you settling. We're not about to keep on doing that, though. We're not about to keep on doing that. I'm just going through the bottom of the deck at this point. And it's a whole lot of messages, okay? Like a whole lot. And I'm going to go through them. Okay, let's start. First, you had this. Even though it did come out like this, I must have turned it around. So this is the settling position, right? And then you have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Ooh, it matched my shirt. Listen, the Ace of Wands, okay, is like, okay, what actions are you not actually taking? You be knowing exactly what you need to do, but there is something, like, there are actions, right, that are really beneficial to you getting into this place that you're heading towards, that you want to get to, that you can see yourself operating in your mind space. But faith without works is dead. So you can be thinking about it, you can be seeing it in your mind space, boo, but if you're not actually putting in the action that you know is necessary, then you're not gonna fucking get to where you're going, like where you can see yourself being. But stop overthinking it. It's like an overthinking energy, and you pulling the past into the present. So maybe you have tried at it before, right? Maybe you've made an attempt to move forward, but it didn't work out how you expected it to, how you thought it was supposed to. So now every time you think about doing it again or doing something that's going to lead you towards it, you go back into this space like, well, I've already tried and it didn't work out, so it's not going to work. If you keep on doing the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result, that's not going to work. But if you actually go in and you modify, you adjust, right? You transform whatever needs to, like whatever you can do. Just switch some shit up. Don't be so caught up on constantly trying to do the same things over and over again. Because then it's going to feel like you overworking yourself. Then it's going to feel like, damn, like I'm doing so much and it's not working out. But really what it's trying to get you to do is to tap into yourself. Like take a step back and then recognize the power that you have within you so that you can then illuminate this light to the rest of the world the best way you know how. It's gonna take you some time. Like it's some emotional shit that you are gonna have to go through, right? But that don't make. I always say this for myself, right? Me tapping into my emotions allows me to then make logical decisions. I'm not the type of person who allows my emotions to dictate and determine my results. Let me say it like that. My emotions kind of like take me back into my mind space to see what I need to reevaluate in order for me to be able to make a logical decision so that I could produce the necessary results that I'm trying to produce or wanting to produce, right? The self-sabotaging shit has to stop. Like it has to stop. And you have to recognize like you have everything that you need already in you in order for you to get into from A to Z. We have this conversation too much. I feel like we be having this conversation too much. You just have to recognize, you have to know. Listen, this is how I see it. I see it as, God not giving you more than you can handle, right? However, there's parts or aspects and areas of your life where you don't even know how much you can handle. So then God, the Most High, Spirit, universe, angels, ancestors, whomever, right? They put you in a position so that you can then work through the shit that you feel like you don't know how to work through, so then you can know that if you've done it before, then you can do it. Does that make sense? Because again, you're obviously unaware of what you can do. So then you have to be put into these situations or these places and spaces so that you can see what you can actually do. Does that make sense? Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your situation. Trust in yourself and your situation. Trust in yourself and your situation. Pour into yourself. Okay? That was all underneath it all. Underneath the bottom of the deck. And we definitely could have kept on going. However, let's go ahead and get into these cards that's actually on the table. First card up. The Priestess. First card up. The Priestess. And if you look at the illustration of this card, right, like she's just raising the vibration. She's raising the vibration of herself. She's raising the vibration of the things and or people around her type shit, right? Everything is like now growing, right? It's like it's becoming more fruitful. It's because just look at the illustration of the card. How do you raise your vibration? You start doing things like more of the things that you actually like to do, right? High vibrational energy is like peace, love, optimism, joy, right? All this little shit just flying around. Peace, love, joy, optimism. All the things that an individual would actually want to feel on a day-to-day basis, right? Opposed to you focusing on the things that irritate you, aggravate you, frustrate you, piss you off, make you feel like anger and rage and all that other shit that you got going on, right? Do you really like to feel those emotions? Do you really how do you like to feel? Like how do you desire to feel? And I do want you to leave me a comment. Leave me a comment and let me know so then I can help you transmute whatever energy you're actually in into the energy that you actually want it to be in. And that can be a part of a collective conversation, right? Raise your vibration. Raise your vibration, raise your vibration, raise your vibration, and get familiar, right? Recognize again what it is that you desire to acquire or obtain. Let me explain something to you, love. The way that the brain works, right? The brain works in a way that it's going to try to keep you safe. Do you understand that? So what you've been doing for so long, right? Because you're now familiar with this, that's your safe space. And at this point, you really giving off like, I'm not trying to leave my safe space. Even though, and y'all it's somebody out there just stay feeling this, because now I feel like I'm getting emotional, and it's not even, listen, you feel like you're in your safe space, right? But your safe space is not where you actually want to be operating. You know that you want more. You know that you want better. Like, you know this, but you're not comfortable with exploring beyond what you know. You want to, but you don't want to fail. You don't want to seem like you don't know what you're doing. You don't want to have to go through the heartaches or the hardships or whatever else that's connected to the seven disc, right? But I want you to recognize, realize, understand, overstand, and accept that the moment that you decide to let go of what you no longer, the moment you decide to let go of what you know is no longer working towards what you want to be, the moment you position yourself to come into more, right? See, in the back you got this 3. The 3 of discs is back here. But when you move forward, when you start traveling, right, then you come into 4. God ain't ever took nothing away from you and didn't replace it with something more. Even if you're not able to see it that way, it's all in the way that your mind works. Okay? So please, please, please pay attention to the thoughts that Spirit gives to you, right? Whether they seem good or bad, you can be aware of your thoughts, right? Your thoughts are not in control of you. You can become aware of your thoughts enough to the point, you can become aware enough of your thoughts to the point where, like, if something pops up in your mind, you can tell yourself, like, I don't like thinking like that, right? Like, you can tell which one, like, if it's a low vibrational thought or a high vibrational thought, and which way you're supposed to move when these thoughts pop up. You just have to truly become aware of yourself, what it is that you desire to have, right? In all areas and aspects of your life. On this magazine, you have the disc, you have wands, you have cups, and you have swords. It's everything on here. So get clear on, like, when it comes to manifesting, be honest with yourself about what it is that you actually want to manifest. The manifesting is like you seeing it in your mind. That's manifesting is just you being able to visualize something in your mind's eye. Now the manifestation is bringing that vision forth, right? How are you going to do that? And don't think that it's impossible, because it's not. Maybe the way that you're thinking about it may be more complicated, right? But even that, it's not impossible. So if you start working towards, with that Ace of Wands underneath it all, if you start working towards what it is that you feel like you need to be doing, even if that's not the right answer or the right way, I can guarantee you're going to be led into the space of actually doing what the fuck you need to do in order for you to get to where you need to be. Trust your process. Are we clear on this? Are we clear on this? You raising your vibration and you doing more of the things that you actually like to do. You letting go of the things that you know are no longer serving you. And sometimes I don't even like saying it like that, because serving you, right? If you know that the actions that you're taking or the people that you're surrounding yourself with, the things that you're doing are no longer conducive to the person that you know you want to be and or become, let it go. Let it go so you can grow. And if you know, you know. Okay? Let it go so you can grow. And if you know, you know. With that being said, I definitely hope that this message brought you some type of clarification, confirmation, transformation, or is assisting you with your healing in some way, shape, or form. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. I would hate for you to miss the gems and the tips that be getting dropped when it comes to these messages, the messages to come, or even the collective conversations. Listen. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll see y'all in a minute.